getting very close. Let's go to DEFCON 1.
People think it's all fake, and it's not. The cars coming off are all real. It's physical, it's real, it's very dangerous. All right, go rig 2 stunt guys, please, in the back.
That's a sequence that Michael designed very early on. He called me up one morning and said, I just got this great idea about, what to do with these cars and this car carrier. And Michael had it all pre-vised where he had computer graphics done on the entire sequence, so he knew exactly what he was going to do and designed it over a couple-month period.
We did tests with these things at an airport to see how fast they would go, how accurate they would stay on their line.
John Fraser, our special effects man, built flippers, which is a big hydraulic ram that sits underneath of a car. Well, we expanded on that and put those flippers on the top of the car carrier. And when we started testing, we would put it the way it normally sits and flip it off. But as we moved on, Michael saw it and he wanted 2 cars with 2 flippers at angles flipping off. Yeah, you could use those cars 3 or 4 times. The more you used them, the better they got because they got a little looser and started giving you some movement as they hit the ground and turn. The cages we put in them were specifically just to keep the roof rounded.
Keep it rounded.
So when it did its turn over to its roof, it wasn't a flat side that would just make it stick and slide. So you get all those barrel rolls out of it. And then have Henry go right off the back into this car. As soon as he's popping, he tagged it. He just goes right through. You draw your streets out. You put your cars down. Now everybody sees the same thing. Everybody sees what everybody else is doing and sees the move. And that's the only way you're going to get a sequence as big as that with the scope of that with 45, 50 cars and not hurt anybody or not crash cars constantly.
The theory of this car chase is to put cameras where cameramen would be killed doing these shots. So we were making stuntmen be the cameramen. We devised a special camera system, which the crew fondly called the Baybuster.
That car there was to get some really neat angles. We caged the whole car inside for me and caged the outside for cameras. So it was like a Mad Max vehicle kind of thing for cameras.
It looks crazy and it sounds crazy for me to tell a stuntman, I need you to drive 70 miles an hour and hit those cars that are coming, flipping at you 50 miles an hour at you. Henry Kingi is one of the greatest stunt drivers of them all. Very safe. Henry was in the $300,000 Ferrari. You're not going to have some numb-knuckle rear end them?
Numb-knuckle? No. I'm going to be behind you. I'm not going to rear end.
That's what I'm saying, case in point. There were many times this Ferrari could have been horrendously damaged. And you crash one of those cars, you basically total it. They're pretty hard to repair. We cart this car around, we treat it like the crown jewel.
2 feet, 1 foot, touch. Nice.
It was fine through the entire chase, and then Martin is sitting in the car with Will, and we're shooting a shot, and he gets out to talk to Sid, Gabrielle Union, and he opens a door, and there's a concrete pole. Bam!
And action.
What the fuck is going on?
We just get in the fucking car. Shit.
Huh? Hey, man. Oh, shit.
I'm like, Martin, we've just gone through a 90-mile-an-hour car chase for a month, and you're the first person to damage the car. My bad.
There was one thing where we went out to the airport and tested the car coming off.
Well, we had a driver in there, and every time he'd come off, he would turn a certain direction, it would go that direction.
Every time
it was
went
always
that
go
way.
this way. So we put a camera car over here filming this thing, and as he comes off this time, it hits and bounces and goes the other way, and just clips the tail of the camera car.
So that's the only really mishap that we had.
We're in Puerto Rico, beautiful Puerto Rico, and we found a mountainside up here that Michael liked, and we built our shanty town here.
We did some complicated things on the shantytown. We took a mountain and we carved out a hill where we sent a Hummer and another truck down. And that was quite dangerous because there was no stopping once they got going. It was literally going through 120 shanties.
We're powered, but I'm not turned on yet.
As a backup, we had remote control cars standing by ready to go.
I looked at the hill and I said, no, 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 no. Right down that. Myself and Henry are going to drive these cars down this hill. The path that we're on is only 28 feet wide with one jump in the middle and kind of one jump at the end.
It's a 33-degree hill, and Michael wants the cars jumping through the houses. Problem is the location that he wants has a 40-foot cliff on this side and about a 60-foot cliff on this side. So if you're off center, you're going to go off the cliff.
All right, guys, listen up, please. For those of you that are actually working the shot, it's safety meeting time.
We went to every length possible to make it safe. We put water barrels in all the huts around the edge, back up to about, I don't know, 40 yards. So if they did go offline, that they'd hit the barrels. And I spent a good half day with all the stunt guys walking through the shanties before we went, chainsawing up the 4x4s, the 2x4s, the roofs, taking out everything we could take out that we thought would get in the way, because we couldn't do it beforehand because the wind would blow it down.
I want to make sure every house they just walk through, there's nothing in there that can hang us up. There's no sheet, you know, take most of the sheet metal off the backings.
Our department, they put
much
real
as possible.
refrigerators in there.
Yeah, they don't know.
They put chairs, they put ottomans, they put sofas.
And you're not going to see. You're going to see just
there's so
wood
much
and tin
crap
flying, you
going
know.
on.
We had spotters up above. They were wearing NASCAR headsets. The drivers were going down, and once they started getting within the shanties, they were blind. They couldn't see, so they had to trust the man spotting them.
Here we go. Roll it.
We had to build a town and then destroy it.
It was a nightmare.
We acquired this mansion in the city of Del Rey, which they were going to bulldoze.
The, like 56,000 square foot house in Del Rey that we got to
Beautiful.
blow up.
This we had to physically blow up as if it was the real deal.
It was a complicated thing because with a real house, you have real projectiles. You have real pieces of concrete that shoot out, so it's much more dangerous.
As we're setting up this massive explosion, Michael says, well, I need the Humvee to go through the shot.
We had to drive the Hummer in the shot as it was blowing up, which wasn't really a big deal. It was off to the side.
Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, action!
After it was blown up, we had to get the Hummer through the house and out the front door. The only way to do that, we had to build a tabletop inside the pool because we couldn't start the Hummer far enough back to gain any speed. Then we had to make an avenue through all that huge debris pile. And so we worked hand in hand with John Fraser and created the path we wanted.
And then Andy drove a brown truck into the pond out front. It was a lot of work, a lot of fun, and I was happy to be a part of it, no doubt about it.